Do you know why professional players always stress the importance of penetrating the blade? Let me explain. When you make solid contact through to the blade, you get a clear feeling in your hand. That way, even if the ball goes out, you understand why. A solid contact provides a very clear, crisp feedback. So, what does penetrating the blade mean? It means on an incoming ball, you can hear the sound of the ball hitting through the rubber and onto the wood of the blade. So, how do we achieve this? Let's take a look. To penetrate the blade, you need to combine your force with the ball's force. For instance, can this shot penetrate the blade, everyone? You can't penetrate the blade. Therefore, if you want to penetrate the blade, you must have a proper backswing. The ball is here. As I swing forward, I make contact with it at this point. That's how you penetrate the blade. Watch, you have to actively meet the ball. Can you hear that sound? Listen. That is the result of combining forces. Many players say they can't generate power on their backhand. Why can't you generate power on your backhand? It's because you're standing too close to the ball. Look, if my contact point is here, and my backswing goes to here, watch what happens. Did I successfully combine my force with the balls? Have the two forces generated synergy? The reason you can't penetrate the blade is that your racket is too close to your intended contact point. How can you generate power from there? At best, that's just using your follow-through for power, which can't produce a high-quality shot. Listen. Am I using friction here? Now I'll loop a backspin ball. Why can I still produce that same sound? Because, you can still penetrate the blade even while applying friction. It's not true that applying friction means you can't penetrate the blade. This is because our focus today isn't on consistency. For consistency, you rely more on the follow-through of the stroke. If you want to generate maximum power, you must utilize the combination of forces. Therefore, we need to maintain a proper distance from the ball. You have to anticipate this. For example, with a normal forehand drive, the first bounce is here, and as it moves forward, the second bounce should be around here. So if you stand here for your forehand drive, you'll be jammed, right? Even if you play close to the table, you need to leave about a forearm's length of space. This is your backswing, and this is your contact point. Look, the ball comes here, see my hand position? Racket here, ball here. See how I'm always making contact at the same position relative to my non-playing hand? See? Backswing. Contact. The issue is that your racket and the ball are too close together. There's no space to swing. Another possible issue is that even if you have space, you don't hit the ball as it's rising off the bounce. You only start your swing when the ball has already reached your racket. This is still a problem of being too close to the ball. Standing too close or swinging too late will both cause this problem. Fundamentally, for both forehand and backhand, the root cause is being too close to the ball. Standing close makes you too close. Even if you stand far away but swing late, the ball will still be too close to your racket at contact. This is why you can't generate power. Now let's talk about the backhand. The two biggest mistakes amateur players make are, first, not resetting after the shot, and second, resetting too much. Where is the contradiction here, everyone? For a backhand drive, you must maintain about a forearm's distance between your racket and your body. This is one forearm's distance. If your backhand is too far from your body, you can't reach. If it's too close, you get jammed. Watch me. Maintain a forearm's distance. When the ball comes, if your backhand backswing is too far back, you get jammed by the ball. If it's too far forward, you have no space to generate power. Always maintain that one arm's distance. So, to summarize for the forehand, you must become very sensitive to this sense of space. For forehand shots, whether it's a drive or a loop, as the ball comes forward, you need to meet it in front to combine forces effectively. For the backhand, leave one arm's distance and meet the ball in front to generate power. Here are the three biggest issues for amateurs that hinder improvement. First, standing too close and just blocking. Second, using non-tacky rubber on the forehand. Using something like a butterfly Primorac carbon with Donic F1 rubber, for instance. You might feel you can just touch the ball over, but you're essentially turning your paddle into an anti-spin rubber with no spin. That type of rubber is for the backhand, not for the forehand. You should absolutely not use non-tacky rubber on your forehand. If a rubber feels easy for you, it will also feel easy for your opponent. If the shot is simple for you to execute, it will be simple for them to return, because a shot without spin is an easy ball. And the third issue, only training your arms and not your feet, but matches require constant footwork. Your shots won't connect. A good contact point becomes a bad one, and you lose the feeling for making the shot, generating power, or avoiding errors. Training arms but no feet, these are the three biggest pain points for amateurs. Pay attention, do not use non-tacky rubber on your forehand. It's strictly for the backhand. Although, I don't think many people use purely non-tacky rubbers on the backhand either. Most are semi-tacky or fully tacky now. So, once we've mastered the sense of space with our arms, we understand that we need distance from the ball to generate power. What's the second point? Accelerate your swing. Watch. When you swing slowly, you get this much power. When you swing fast, can you hear the blade penetration? Again, slow swing. Fast swing. My motion didn't change at all, right? The size of the swing is the same. But why did the second ball penetrate the blade? Because the swing was faster. So, amateur players have a misconception when trying to generate power. They either hit softly, just block, or they take a full, exaggerated swing, making the motion too big. That's incorrect. Using the same motion, you generate power by accelerating through the ball. Power doesn't come from making your swing bigger. Of course, a larger swing can add some power, but it also leads to errors because the motion is too big for such a light ball. If you want power and consistency, you must accelerate within the same swing size, going from a 20% swing speed to an 80% swing speed. That's when you'll feel the power. First is creating space, second is acceleration, and third is how to accelerate. The key to acceleration is to be relaxed before the movement, like coiling for a frog jump. When preparing, your body is relaxed, right? You can't jump from a stiff position. You relax and gather energy to prepare for the standing long jump. Our arm is the same. Even when in position, it can't be stiff. Use a light, 30% grip. Shoulders, arm, and hand should be loose. Don't grip the racket too tightly. Relax. Now, let me tell you exactly when to tense up. The moment the ball bounces on your side of the table. Don't be tense as your opponent hits the ball. As your opponent makes their stroke, stay relaxed. Don't fear the ball. Don't react when your opponent starts their motion. Wait until the ball lands on your side. Then begin to accelerate. Now, accelerate the arm swing. You must go from a 30% grip to a full, firm grip on the blade at impact. Your forearm and upper arm muscle groups should all tense up. Keep the elbow stable, shoulder relaxed, and execute a sharp, fast motion. It's a transition from relaxed to tense. It should feel sudden, like a shiver. Your arm goes from a relaxed state to a tensed one, and that's what creates acceleration. Understood? Watch for the ball to bounce on the table. Let me demonstrate the body state. Relaxed. Tense. Your hand should be relaxed initially, and at the moment the ball bounces, you must apply that tension for a powerful stroke. You must relax first. If you tense up too early, let me show you what happens. Right now I'm relaxed, and when I hit the ball, I get that solid, penetrating sound. But if I'm tense from the start, there's no change in speed. If you relax and then accelerate, you can go from 20% to 80% speed. Table tennis is all about this change of pace. This applies to generating spin, too. If I brush with a constant speed, or even try to accelerate from a medium speed, it won't work. Only by going from slow to fast can the ball generate maximum spin. Serving follows the same principle. Always remember what I said. At the moment of contact, as the ball lands on your side, that's when your hand must react, tense up, and accelerate. This is how you'll find the feeling of acceleration.